Yeah, but your good news is you got to speak to your daughter in Ghana. Oh my gosh. All right, so magic circle. Again, if you don't have a circle, you'll want either a loop band or a TheraBand and something that you can hold, a circle, a ball or a yoga block. But if not, one tool does it all. Yes?
Many forms of pain.
Mark goes, yes, it delivers many forms of pain. All right, so do we have any good news? What's our good news? We've eaten some really good food this week. We had an Afghani dinner on Wednesday, and then yesterday was family day, so we had Nana's cooking, and that was delicious. The trouble is it's made with beans, and you're like, okay, don't eat too much. So I'm standing with my circle just against the front of my thigh bones, just like that. Yeah. So if you have a ball, you can set your ball or your yoga block right there also. And all you're going to do is just take a nice little breath and exhale, press against your thigh bones with your toy. Inhale, let it float off. Yeah. And then exhale, little press. And I'm purposely not doing this so well, and I hope you can kind of see. I'm going to change. I'm going to do a couple of things not so good. So here's one version, not so good. Here's the other version, not so good. Here's another version, not so good. And here's yet another version, not so good. Right? So each of those is a place where I'm not stabilizing my body. Here looks pretty okay, but it's kind of hard to see, but I'm pushing my rib forward. So if you're like me, you're going to bring your ribs back. Literally lift here and put it back over your hip bone. It's kind of hard to see, but that's my hip, yeah? And if this is you, you're not stabilizing your scapula. To stabilize your scapula, find your feet. Push your feet, that short foot idea, it will make it easier to connect to your shoulders. You'll feel yourself already stronger and your sides able to hug. And then if this is you, if you're pushing your hip at it, you also need your feet. Push down your big toe as you push against here. That will help you stay lined up. So the first thing is just stabilizing as we exhale and press. Good. And then Franny, I know you're watching on replay. Hope you're having a nice hike. We're going to just make sure that you are really keeping nice and tall. So we should all feel, you can almost see it, I think, on the screen, how my abs lift up. My shirt line goes from hanging down to getting pulled up. That's not my butt tucking, right? That's just abs lifting. Good. There we go. And one more breath there. All right. And then inhale, just float those arms all the way up. Good. Press your circle toward the ceiling, side bend to your right. Good. Push your bottom hand further away. Lengthening, good. Now pull with your top arm. Good. Come to the other side. Good. Push the bottom arm further away. Pull with that top arm. Good. And another side. Push, pull. Good. And push, pull your way up. Nice. Good. Bring your arms in front of you. Keep your left arm still. Pull with your right. And look, almost nothing's happening. Yeah, so here, if you have a block, you want to switch into a loop or a TheraBand because one arm is going to stay still, the other one is going to pull open. So you can see the energy, those of you with a circle, what's going on, right? It should feel like you're doing something like this with your circle. It's not going to move very far. Just become a little oval. Good. See if you can connect around the back of your shoulder blade. Good. And then let your elbows come in for a break. Press them back out. Good. Now the other way, gripping with your right, pulling with your left. That's it. Yeah, and seeing if those arms will be right out in front of you. So those of you with your loops, right? Gripping with your right, pulling with your left. That right one's just staying still. Good. Good. Yes, nice, people. Good. All right, and then let those elbows come in. Pull your elbows back. Give yourself a nice stretch across your chest and engage through the shoulders. Good. Now, if you're like me, you're probably popping your ribs forward. So we're going to bring them back over our hips. Good. And then lower those circles down. Nice. Okay. Rocking up on tippy toes if you're a foot mover. If you are a foot minder, you're going to shift your weight forward onto your toes. You are welcome to move into parallel if Pilates stance is not your jam. Good. Yeah, all right. Good. At the top here, can you pull the back of your thighs toward each other? Your heels should get closer. And if you're in parallel, if you pull the back of the top of your thighs together, you'll feel the calcaneus, I hope, engage a little bit. Yeah, and then come back down. Good. Nice. Okay, so getting warm there, yes? Okay, then we're going to take your toy. So circle people at your circle. Alternate toys, it would be your block or your ball. We're going to put it between your ankles. And now we're in parallel, all of us. Okay. Up on tiptoes or forward if you're a foot minder. Now pull the back of your legs together. You should feel a squeeze against your circle. Some of us will rock to the outside like this. Ooh, see if you can get back onto the big toe. Good, and come all the way down. That's right, good. Up, good. Draw the back of your leg together. Feel the thighs try to pull in. That's it, good. And down. Good. And let's do two more. Pulling in. Beautiful, good. And one more. Nice, okay. So then here comes the fun part. If you're a mover, you're up on tiptoes, you're gonna take your foot, one foot in front, pull it towards you, release, bring it back, come down. Yes? I want you to repeat that same foot for a total of 4 times before you switch to the other side. If you're a minder, you're gonna hinge. See if you can suck your abs up, take a step forward without falling. Pull it towards you, release, draw those abs up because you're still on that forward hinge, and then come back. So minders, it's a lot of abs, right? A lot. Good. Movers, it should also be a lot of abs, right? But we have the one difference is you will probably feel more balance between abs and legs, as our minder friends will. That's it. That's it, good. Draw it towards you. Feel that drawing of the pelvic floor. Shh. Mm-hmm. Good. Are you clinking around back there? Good. That's it. Draw it up. Is everyone feeling that scooping up and in right here when you draw that front leg in? Shh. Okay, good. I see some yeses. Good. And I think that's more than 4, but I like how everyone is experimenting and feeling, so I am not going to tell you to not do them. Good. Good. All right. Then you can come on down. Take that toy from there. And your ankle should feel a little bit light and happy. Good. Then you want to have your heavy weight nearby. Yeah, your heavy weight nearby. I'm going to put a little thing on here so I don't bang up my bracelet. Hi, Chinda. All right, so I'm holding my, oops. Aw, that's nice. We've been wondering about you. right? Because it's like you're not in the local neighborhood anymore, so no one can say, oh no, I saw her at the grocery store. Or, what, like, we need to make more friends in Lisbon so that we can check up on you. Make sure you're doing okay. All right, so we've got your toy on your right hip and your weight in your left. And before we do anything, we're gonna just first check on feet. So do a little short foot, feel how that pulls you more upright, and then get the hair out of the way. We're gonna check on the shoulder. So yes, if you're challenging yourself with a heavy weight, your shoulder might drag down. And not only that, it might drag forward. And you see how that makes me hunch a little? So your goal is to keep those shoulders beautiful and square as you move. So we're gonna sit in a squat sit in a squat. As you come up, we're gonna press that circle to your hip. Release it on the way down. Good. Exhale, press on the way up. Yeah, good. Release. Good. And press. Good. Yeah, looks great. So again, push your butt back. Your heart shines forward. Nice, Susie. Good. Good, nice and square. Good, let's do 2 more. Awesome, last one. Good, now take your left foot, step it back. You're in a kickstand. So not like a big lunge, just a little kickstand. And then we're gonna hinge forward. Good, then you're gonna see if you can pull that weight up to your side. Good. Good. Now, as you lower it, can you add a little press of your circle? So up is light, press as it goes down. You should feel that help you decelerate this arm, yeah? Good, 2 more, up. Press the circle as you lower, feel your center on, good, and 1 more. And down, nice. Round your spine up, nice and tall, good. And then feet wide, go ahead and put that weight down. If it's heavy, give your fingers some rest, a little wiggle, open them up. Good, yeah, And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. I think it's almost time to retire this circle.
We have a lot of
I know, will you remind me? So when your circles don't come back to circle shape very well, it's time to get a new one. And this one, you can see is staying semi-oval. So self-check your gear. Make sure it's still okay. Alrighty. It's just because mine is old. It's been used a lot. So we're coming down into our squat. Exhaling and pressing on the way up. Good. Sitting back. Good.
I see that this is starting to crunch when
Do you hear it crunching?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, be careful because that means that's getting close to snap time. Okay, you've already snapped one of the circles. I know. Talk about squeeze. Good. Can you give me 2 more? On this side, I just saw 2 people. One hinged over, the other one just fell with that. Keep yourself square, you guys. Keep yourself square. Don't let that right shoulder fall. Yes, okay, better. Nice. Good. Everybody was like, even the people who were looking pretty good, you're like even extra better. Super. So then, I know. I love it though. That's so awesome that, we learned from each other and you just took that cue and went, well, can I apply it to me? Look how much better you got. So little kickstand, hinge, good. And then pull that right up towards your rib. That's it. And as you lower it down, you're gonna add in that press of that circle. Again, that's to help your center decelerate, slow down, working that eccentric phase from the mid-back through the arm. Good. Good. Chinda, can your tail point up just a little bit? That's it. That's it. Good. Oops. Good. And then Susie, when you lift your arm, I want your body to stay stable. So instead of using everything to lift your arm, we're going to use that mid-back, make that shoulder blade come around your back. Yes. Better. Good. And then Eloise, if you could push your left hip to your right a little bit. Somebody's asking me a question. The way down, way down. The slowing down phase of the arm is when we press. Yes, good. And I feel like that should be enough. So your feet bring in, and then easy drive through those feet, round up through that spine. Good. Okay, and we'll let that weight go down. Have a little bit of life for your hands. And we'll move that weight out of your way. We're done with that heavy weight for now. Good. All right, then. We're going to take our circle behind us. And if you have a TheraBand or a loop band here, use that instead. Because you're going to pull your elbows out to the side and just give yourself a nice bow. You're pushing your hands forward and then coming back up, reach the circle off your back. So scoop your abs in, push your hands forward, and then press back. So, okay, I'm going to show with the loop just so you can see. So it's back here, right? And I'm going to push forward. Palms are going to be forward if you have a loop. Abs are up and in. Yeah? And so Mark is going to really work at pulling his spine back and up so his bend is higher. Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to think about too. Bend way up here, yeah? Up here, that's it. Good, Robin, I see that. Yes, I see the change over there. Okay, good. One more. So Susie, you can give me a high up bow, so not a full hinge. You can bend just a little here because that's going to get your spine longer if you do that way up here. This is where your bend is. This is that old place back from mat class at the Y where we were talking about how you're so tight. So don't hinge here. No, not here. You're going to keep this strong, lift the back of your spine up, and you'll feel this start to pull in. Get back upright. Get back upright. Yep. So does that make sense to everybody? The cue when I say lift the back of your spine, like you're pulling your sweater off, it should shift your spine. You've already begun your bow, right? And then we just intensify the feeling. Yeah. We'll work on it. We'll work on it because there's more than one of you who tend to default into your hip flexors instead of your ribs. We're going to roll our way all the way down to the mat. When you get there, you will be doing push-ups. So if you prefer and want to roll all the way back up, you can find a wall or furniture. So give yourself 3 nice rolls. Number 4, walk out and start your push-ups or come back up and do your push-ups. Let's see, I need an alternate color. Remember, you are totally allowed to use your circle underneath you for support. Just go to where you can feel the resistance, right? Don't crack it. I'm going to use mine as a marker to roll over as I roll down. Yeah. Yeah. So those, oh, that looks lovely, Eloise. So Eloise is doing such a nice push-up. Her head is in line with her spine. Her eyes, I think, are a little bit forward because it looks really good. Good. Yes. Fantastic. So even if you're doing that on your knees, that same idea. The back of your head matches the back of your shoulders, matches your butt. But it's all one line with your eyes a little bit forward. Good. Sorry, I'm busy watching you all. Oh, come and meet you. Good. Did you get 6? If you got 6, then you can let yourself rest. And whatever that means for you, you can sit in a child's pose. You can come around and sit on your butt and give yourself a hug and a hang back. That always feels good to my mid-back. Good. Alrighty. Circle going between your heels. So below your ankle bone if you can. If you have a yoga block or a ball, the yoga block will go right on the other side of your ankle bone so that you can hug it with your heels. It won't fit under it, but will fit beneath it, away from you. Is anyone using a ball instead? If you're using a ball, that's a little bit harder because it squishes. So you want to keep your feet in 2 really flat blades as you hold it. Yeah? Okay. So back to my circle. One tool does it all. Inhale, exhale, push your heels down. And then give a little squeeze through your legs till you feel the back of your inner thighs turn on. And then exhale again to tilt back into half roll back. Good. Inhale, pause. Exhale, don't move. Just push your heels down. Pull that circle up towards your privates. You should feel low belly turn on. And then all the way back up. Release the circle, spine stretch forward. Good. Stack your spine. Don't move. Just inhale, exhale, squeeze the circle and pull up the pelvic floor. Feel that start. Inhale, exhale, tilt back. Good. Stay there. Inhale, a little release. Exhale, squeeze your circle. Push your heels down. Feel the low belly answer. Good. And then all the way back up. And spine stretch forward. That's right. Good. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, heels down and then together. Feel the back of your legs pulling toward each other. If you don't feel the back of your legs, you're going to start to take it at your knee joint, and I do not want that. Good. Release. Exhale. Use the back of your legs to pull together. Pushing your heels down. Low belly on. Good. Shoulders easy. There you go. Good. I saw that. And then round. Fantastic. All right. Opening up to the side. We're going to inhale and exhale. Squeeze that circle. Sweep open to the side. How far can you reach back? So if you're a minder, you're going to look back and use just your arm, but movers, you're going to let your sternum point at that arm. Good. Squeeze your circle, push your heels down, come all the way up. Other side. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, press down. Open, big reach. Inhale, exhale, back up. Good. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, press down. Good. That's it. Good. So I just caught myself pushing my head forward to counterbalance. You check yours too. Maybe you're doing a better job than me at keeping your throat in line with your spine. Good. Yeah. Well, that looked very elegant, Eloise. She's like a swan, like a ballerina. Ta-da! That was nice. Okay. Then we're going to take that circle out from there. Step your feet inside the circle. Put it over your thigh bone. So here's if you have a loop band, grab your loop band. Step in your loop band. Do the same. All right. Feet are flat on the floor. First going to give ourselves a nice little pull. And then push out into that circle. Yep. Good. Now take that circle, put it around your ankles. Push your ankles out. which one gives you more feedback here at your hip? You can play with it again. I don't know. Which one? Find the position that gives you more feedback. For me, it's ankles if I push my feet down. Some of you here will feel like it's somehow creating tension at the inner thigh, which is not what we're hoping for. We want that butt to engage, yeah? Okay, now feeling that butt, we're gonna tilt back, neutral tilt, good. Inhale, release, exhale, re-engage into your toy, come back up, release, tilt back. You should have a better sense of how the pelvis tilts under you with the ham and glute muscles, good. And then up, good. Press, good. That's it. And up. That's right. You okay? You're making noise over there. So you can get your ball of your foot down. That's it. Good. And it should come now also a little more here and then just a little bit in the thigh there. Good. Good. Can you do one more? You guys doing okay? I'm getting a lot of noise from the peanut gallery over here, so I'm just checking on you too. He's like your canary in the coal mine. All right. This is also his second Pilates workout of the morning, so we have to give him a little credit.
That's right.
Yay! Are you? See, if your calf is cramping, so good. So that tells me you're trying to reach your feet down. I like that. That's great. So we're gonna let ourselves roll all the way down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then just right here, come up into bow. I want you to feel yourself press out into your toy. Then lift your heel off the ground. Some of you will feel instant transverse abdominis. Heel goes down and release. So if you're not feeling that sensation of transverse abdominis, your TVA, check that you're keeping the ball of your feet on the ground. We want the ball down. And imagine the ball pulling towards you, pulling toward the heel as it raises. Yeah? That will cause some of you to cramp in your low calf. I apologize, but yay. That is our soleus talking to us. That's it. Come on, big toe and ball of foot both down as you pull. Good. And one more time. Good. Yes? All right. Take a nice breath. Exhale. Pull the heels towards your butt and then lift your legs into tabletop. You still have your toy on the outside, right? Still on the outside. Inhale. Exhale up into bow. Can you activate your feet like you just did in that heel raise? Pulling the ball of the foot toward the heel and the heel toward the ball of the foot, even though they're in the air. Good. Come back down. Inhale, exhale again, up into that bow. Good. Find your feet. Good. That's a nice lift today, Susie. Hey, that's great. Good. And one more. Yes, good. Give me even a stronger push through those ankles, Robin. Your bow is good. Yes. There, you feel how your, especially your left leg realigned. See if you can find the same for that right. Yes, that's it. Good. Now put weight in that right abdominal. There you go. Beautiful. Awesome work. Good. Okay. And then, hey, welcome back. Fantastic, you guys. So go ahead and take your circle off your ankles there. Put it back on the inside. So my toy friends, now you're going to want it your ball or your yoga block, whatever you're using. Now I'm holding it on the inside. And we're just going to take those legs up to the sky, push your heels up, pull the balls of your feet toward you, and then point your toes toward the ceiling. Flex and point. That's it. Flex, reach the back of your legs super long and point. Good. And reach and point. Good, and one more. Very nice. Okay, then we're going to take hands behind the head. Inhale, exhale, ribs in, lift your chest up. Good. Inhale, exhale, lower your legs away. Doesn't have to be far, just a little bit. Good. Inhale, exhale, scoop your abs in, bring them back. Inhale, exhale, reach them away. Good. And then inhale, exhale, bring them back. So we're really letting the head be heavy against the hands while the chest is lifted. That's it, Chinda. What you just did in your middle there, very nice. Good. Good. That's it. One more. Good. All right. And then bring that down. Yes. Phew. Take your circle, set it across the top of your pelvis. You can put it anywhere kind of below the belly button, but not right on your pubic bone, just above it. So it's going to be in a little bit of a squishy space. I want you to press down and see if you can give up to the circle, meaning instead of pushing your abs back at it, feel yourself give in. Let it just melt away from the press of your circle. Good. And then release. And again, exhale. Drop your flesh into your body away from that circle. Good. Then you're going to add in your hips. So this is your challenge. You're going to press your feet down, allow your abdominals to drop into your hip bones while you create tension on your circle. Inhale, release. Exhale, re-engage your abs first and then roll down, keeping the tension on the circle so your glutes have to resist the whole way. The resistance should come from the butt and not from your abs. We're giving in, we're hollowing into the pressure on the front of us and holding up from the back of us. Yes, that's it. Good. This is one of those beautiful ways to self-test whether your transverse abdominis is really turning on or not. If it doesn't give up, you are maintaining tension there. In this moment, we do not need that tension. We want it to be transverse stabilizing, not psoas pushing out and bracing. Yeah, good. Some of you might feel like when you get your transverse abdominis on that you can't lift your hips as high because you've been used to pushing out the transverse and pushing up your low back. With your transverse on, more of the work has to come from your glutes. We sort of soften the signals to the low back and require the glutes and legs to do more of the work. Whenever you're in motion. So whenever you're in motion. Yes, the question is pressure the whole time. Whenever you're in motion. I want you to feel yourself drop away from that circle. So at the top, you're going to inhale, of course, fill your belly up. And then let yourself engage first before you come back down. Chinda! Go buy a lotto ticket today. That's another one where you're managing your center so nicely. Good. A lotto ticket. Your luck is so good today. You need to go buy a lotto ticket. Yes. Mega Millions, Powerball. All right. Does that make sense in your bodies, everybody? Yeah. I'd love it if when you just had a moment, you would, especially if you've had a tense day, allow that to happen. Take 3 minutes, come down to the floor, and then just let that transverse abdominis gently pull in so that your nervous system isn't on alert, right? That pushing out is a very defensive sort of position, and it tells your nervous system that you're under attack. So letting yourself let the transverse drop in and your glutes hold you is much more secure. It's like whatever happens, I got this. Your body's so much more feels more capable. It sends a very capable signal to your brain. Oh, yes. So if you guys remember, transverse abdominis, think of it as your giant Wonder Woman belt or your giant weightlifting belt. Pubic bone to the fourth bottom rib. So I'm always cueing your ribs. So it attaches from here to here, and then it goes around your body, follows the hip bone and those four ribs back to your lumbar spine. It connects in the fascia here. So it's huge, but it's underneath your six pack and it's underneath your obliques, over your psoas. Your psoas goes up through the middle of it. And this is why it's important, because psoas goes leg inside the pelvis to your lumbar spine. It attaches on the inside of where the same fascia group that your transverse does. So when psoas is overactive, it makes it very hard for transverse abdominis to hold you steady. Yeah. You're welcome. It's a great question. We haven't talked about that anatomy in a long time, so I'm sure it's helpful for other people too. Yes. Chinda, for the replay, Chinda saying, remember, French, your sourdough loaf and your pita. French loaf and pita. Pita bread is when you have your transverse on. Sourdough loaf is when you probably are overusing that psoas or your low back. Okay. Pilates likes pita. He was Greek heritage after all. A German Greek. Greek-German. So we're going to take that circle and we're going to simply push it to one side till we rotate. So think of this as your torso tick-tock, right? You're going to end up on one shoulder. Your head will have to leave the ground. It's going to be right in the middle of your shoulders. Good. Inhale, exhale, push back till you lay back on the floor. And then other way. Push. You're going to roll up onto one shoulder. Hips stay down. Inhale, exhale, push back to your center. Good. Inhale, exhale, push. So you're again using bicep. You're using pec. But you're also using those obliques. And if you're staying active through your feet and your hips, you're using gentle transverse abdominis down low, the low fibers. Good. Now if you're like, this just feels easy, Mona, I'm just rolling from side to side. You've forgotten about giving yourself tension in your circle. So if I press down on one side, the bottom side has to push back, right? Always have somebody is holding steady. Good. That's it. Good. Wow, Robin, you're, what is that? Gumby in that direction. Your shoulder, can you go that way again? I just want to see it. Fantastic. Yeah, from here that looks really great. Good. No, Chinda, you're right. So Chinda's asking, do we stop when we feel the hip coming up? Yes. See if you can put the hip back down and then reach that top arm a little longer. You'll feel both more oblique and stretch. I hope. That makes sense? This is one of those ones that should feel like work and also feel nice. Good. Yeah. Good. You guys look fantastic. Okay. So then, now that we're nice and loose in that upper body, ooh, I just got dizzy. Hang on. Can't back down too fast. We're going to take a breath and exhale. Come up into your bow. Take another breath. TVA is on. Transverse abdominis is on. Legs come up. And we're going to go right into our twist. So remember how you twisted and your top arm reached past the bottom one. Squeezing. Good. Inhale, exhale, twist to the other side. Hold it. Reach that top arm past the bottom one. Hip is down. Squeeze as you come through. Good. Top arm reaching. Hips are down. Take your time. I want you to feel it. You've got a lot of pieces here. Good. Good. Right? The more you linger, the more you get time under tension. The more strength you build. Good. And one more each way. Nice. Go ahead and pull that all the way in. You can take your left leg, stretch it out on the floor. Right leg, push that heel up to the sky. Use your loop or your circle over your foot. And then pull that leg towards you. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come up into bow. Lift both legs together. And then put your left leg down. You've got that right one. Pull it towards you. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come up into bow. And some of you have probably already figured out that bow moment, the leg is helping pull you, and you should be getting a nice stretch through your back. Good. And last one. Hold this one. Good. Now push your leg down till you end up in a teaser. Push it. Yeah, push your toes away from you. Push your toes away from you. Push your toes. That's it, Robin. Push your toes. Good. Very nice. All right. So you're holding on with your right leg only, yes? Some of you probably snuck your feet in and have 2 legs on there. That's okay. See if you can lift your left arm up. Good. Rotate through your torso. Look back. Come back to center. Tap your circle or your band. Good. Up. Open. Good. Back to center. And tap. Good. Up to your ear. Good. That's it. Rotate. Center. Good. Find your length. It's your last one. Find your length. So as you rotate, get longer through your spine. Good. And then roll your way back down. Good. Yep, good. And then come back down. Good. That's it. And up into your bow. Lift that leg up. Good. Make sure you're using that tool to help you get soft through your middle. Some of you are pushing your chest up. That's going to create weird tension in your neck and across your collarbones. So to be careful there. Good. Good. And then next one, here we go. Up, lift that leg, and then pull yourself all the way up in a teaser, lowering those legs away from you. Beautiful. So now it's on my left foot. I'm going to take my right hand up by the ear, rotate to the side. Good. And then back to center. Tap it down. Good. Up by my ear, rotate. Good. That's it. Good. Rotate, open as far as you can. And if you're having trouble rotating, you might be side bending to your left. See if you can pull that rib in and then rotate. Yeah, so pull it. So same as me, Robin. Rotate to your right and then pull your right rib down. Now rotate a little more. Yes! Wow, good. Nice. And then you can rock all the way up. Let your legs come down. Whew, you guys, fantastic. Good work. We're going to flip on over. And then we're going to have a little body balance. So your circle or your toy, whatever you're using, will be in front of you. And I want you to watch the shoulders here. If you need to, square them up first before you put your toy. I don't want you having the shoulder jammed up in the side of your neck. So from here, you're going to lift the opposite leg up. Good. And then you're going to press down while you lift the leg. See if you can feel your abdominals lift into your body here. Versus your chest pushing down the circle. That's it. Good. Good. Okay. I think you're close to 6. Good. All right, so next one, hold that leg up. You've got your circle down. Release the circle, lift your circle, and then take your arm and your leg in opposite directions to the side. Pull them back to center. Can your leg stay as high as your hip? Yeah. Good. Lift it up. Good. There you go. That's it. Good. And last one. Nice. Put your toy down. Give yourself either a cat or a child's pose, whichever feels good to you. I need some more air. I'm sweating now. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. So now I've got the toy in my right hand. See if I can find a place where I don't have to be flat for it. Check your shoulder positioning, right? Get that shoulder right first. Good. And then opposite leg lifts up. Good. And then we lift the leg a little higher. Again, on this side, I don't know if it's visible, but I am totally teeter-tottering. I am not using the strength of my arms. I am not using my glutes. I'm not using anything I should be. I'm using the supporting leg hip flexor constantly to bend me over, right? That is a big no-no. Yes. You guys rock. I see everybody resetting, checking. Fantastic. Awesome. And now I'm doing better too. Good. All right. Feel like that's roughly 6 good ones. Okay, if it is, then lift your toy. Good. Take your leg to the opposite direction, out to the side, back to center. Good. And out and back. And as it moves, we're keeping that space in your shoulders. Open up the front of you, Robin, on that left side. And look forward just a little so your back is not humping. There we go, there we go. Good, good. Eloise, I love your spine. I love it. Lift that leg higher. Yes, gorgeous. Good, yes, good. That's it, gang. And I think that's your last one. Now, okay, everything is good. Just make the back of your knee straighter. Kick it out, kick it out, kick it out. Okay, now lift your sternum back up. Yeah, you're doing what I was doing. Good, okay. And then rest. Fantastic. Okay. Swans. I'm going to lower her right on down here. So if you have your circle and you want to use it or anything solid, you can. We're going to just let it wait for us on the back of our butt. Collarbones are open, and we're going to float that sternum up. Put a little pressure into your hands and come all the way up. There you go, good. Yep, and then gently come back down and easy. So again, start with your upper back, then put a little pressure in your hands, and then all the way up. Good. As you come down, what if you let your collarbones open even more? Not your elbows, but space across your shoulders. You might find in order to do that, you're actually pulling your elbows inward. Yes! Good, you guys. That's just right then, 3 of you in that little glance. Tuck those elbows a little more on the way down. Very nice. Franny, I bet you're trying it too. That's it. Tuck, 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 tuck. Good. Let's do one more like that. Nice job. Okay. So if you have your toy and you want to use it, it's waiting for you on your back. It's double leg kick. You have 2 choices here with your head. You can rest on your forehead in between, or if your neck likes that nice stretch, you can rest on the side of your jaw in between. Okay, so I'm going to start on my forehead today. And bring your toy or your hands all the way up your back as far as you can. Elbows pointing toward the sky. Inhale and exhale, lift those legs off the mat. We're going to start with 4 leg pumps. So we contract in, extend out. Contract, extend, contract, extend. One more. Legs straighten, arms go down your back. Reach as far as you can. Push your toy away and aim your elbows toward each other. Aim your elbows toward each other, Susie. So, yeah, the pointy parts. There you go. Good. Bring it back in as far as you can. Thighs stay off the mat. Heads are down. And we contract 4 times again. 3, 2, thighs up. 1, legs go down. They straighten. They're not down. They're just straighten. Good. Lift that sternum, reach down your thigh bones. Good. All right. Now we're going to break it down to just 2 pumps. Ready? Contract, extend, contract, extend, lift. Elbows toward each other. And then back down. Contract, extend, lift. We have 2 more sets. See if your legs will get any higher. Contract, extend, reach. There you go. Good. Last one. Contract, extend, and reach. Hold it, breathe. Good. And rest. Whew. That's a lot of work. All right. Your circle can go down. Hopefully you're awake through the back of your legs a little bit. So the circle's going to wait for you on the floor. We're going to press up just into one nice plank. Good. And then back into that big elephant or down dog. Did you forget where it was? Feel that stretch through the back of your legs, I hope. And then we'll walk your hands towards your feet. Soften your knees and round up through your spine. Okay, find your light hand weight. Something you could hold overhead or hold up in front of you. Oh, what do we got here? I know. What can I manage today? I don't know. I'm going lighter. I'm going lighter today. Gotta save myself. All right, you're going to take your circle and press it right on top of your shoulder here. And so finding that spot where it will sit is kind of tricky. If my shoulder is forward, I don't know if it's visible, it's going to be harder to keep it on there. If my shoulder stays open, then there's a nice little divot where it will sit. So check and see if you can find that you're pulling your elbow away from your head without tipping your circle away. And then easy peasy, we're going to press on the circle, bicep curl, and then release. So you've got your biceps working on both arms. One of them is going to involve your shoulder a little more. There you go, good. You can be in parallel stance with the back of your legs drawing together, or you can be in Pilates stance. So whichever helps you feel a little more connected, you do that. Or you work on the one that's harder. So for me, that's parallel. Good. Good. Control both ways. One more. Press it in. Hold the press on the circle. So put your palm toward your face. Push up to the sky. Now here comes a brain teaser. You're going to take the weight behind your head. Can you see that? Sorry, behind your head. As you release your circle, press your circle as you push back up. Release your circle as the weight goes behind your head. Good. And press. That's it. Good. Release. And press. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Very nice. Palm faces in. Bring that weight all the way back down. And down you go. Good. Nice job. We'll just switch hands. And again, take a second to find your shoulder. Remember, a forward shoulder is going to make it harder to keep your circle in place. So really pull your elbow out away from you to the side. There you go, good. And then we just press and bring it back in, good. I'm going to show you me on purpose if I don't pay attention, can you see how I'm shifting my ribs off to the side? So some of us do that also. We're going to pull that rib that's on the circle side in. Make sure that stays in. Yeah, so chin to you too. Eloise, just a little. I see you thinking about it. That's right. Good. There you go. Good. Your left one, it just shifts out a little, so you're going to just bring it back in. Good. Good. And then Kay, you give me a strong wrist. I bet you could lift a heavier weight than that. Do you have one that's a little heavier? Nah, it's okay. But next time, when you do the replay, have a heavier one handy. All right. Ah, gotcha. So now we're going to take that arm up to the sky. All right. It goes behind your head. And then as it straightens, we press. And behind your head, release, straighten, press. Good. That's it. Good. Good. Pull that elbow out to the side for me, Robin. There you go. Now lift your sternum. Feel a bit better. Look at you. Whole new person. Good. That's it. No, I lost my place. Where am I? Up, squeeze. There we go. Good. Down. Good. And I think this is your last one. Good. Oops, I lost my ribs. That's it. Those are okay. Everybody, one more. I saw 2 people lose their ribs with me. As soon as I said last one, your bodies are running. Oh, good. Good. There we go. Yes, I saw the change. Eloise and Kay. Yes, and Chinda. And Franny and Susie, I'm just going to assume you did too. So you... Oh, did you have it 8 handy? Okay, good. Good. So toe goes down. We're going to do a little Martha Graham. So back of your hands come together. Thumbs are pointing down. Pinkies are pointing up. Scoop your abs in. Soften your knees and pull your pelvis using your abs. Feel a nice big stretch across your mid-back. Good. Palms up. That's it. Serve your platter to all the people. Here's the bounty that I have to share. Good. And then thumbs down. Scoop your abs back. That's it. Good. And then Susie, open into parallel. You'll get more stretch. There you go. Good. One more time. Scoop, 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 scoop. Good. And open, open, open. Good. Let your head fall to the side. Round it easy to the other side. Good. Round it easy back to center. Your arms will unpeel downward as you press into your feet and lift your sternum up. Keep your arms energized, reaching down into the sides. Turn your head. Feel stretch along your neck. Inhale and exhale other way. Good. One more time each way. Good. And last one. Back to center. Inhale. Think about all the capable things you just did. Exhale. Good. Do it again. Think about what you were good at finding today. Engage that a little bit now. One more breath. Yes. Good. And rest. Take that with you into your day, you beautiful people. Good job. I'm glad. Nice to see you. And then you gotta go badger your husband for the update about your daughter. So first you have to tell us what she's doing in Ghana.